dropped. Do you see that?
Yeah, I did. I was like, that's kind of close.
Welcome back, everybody, to another LTA Show. I'm your host, Felix, and I got Devon back. We're doing part 2 of Nostalgia or Memory Lane. Let me just do that real quick. Alright. I can't really see the timer, but anyway. After the first episode, we talked a little bit about some other ones that we didn't mention, or at least forgot to mention. Yeah. SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody,
Kim Possible for sure.
Kim Possible, Courage the Cowardly Dog,
The Gourmet Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Flapjack Chowder.
Yes, Chowder for sure.
And then I think there's like, did you watch Regular Show?
The one with Mordecai and Rigby? Yes. Yeah. Yes, that was, I've seen, yes.
Okay. Alright, wait, so how do you watch which one have you watched more, Regular Show or Jimmy Neutron?
Definitely Jimmy Neutron. That was OG.
I don't know if you remember this episode, but there was one episode where I think Carl is sick.
And he's in the bubble?
Or not, I think it was, but it was like, anyway, Jimmy and Sheen shrink themselves and they go into his nostrils to like check on the
fix him.
Yeah.
And then the viruses, right? They fight the viruses?
Yeah, and then like there was one scene where Sheen's like looking at Carl's uvula or something? The little like the bag right in the mouth. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh boy, it's a punchy bag. And Jimmy's like, don't punch it. He's gonna throw up if you hit it. And then that was actually very knowledgeable because it
was like all about the science of like your anatomy in your body.
Yeah, and like the virus thing in the show, that's actually what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, they actually like did it for. I thought it was
like the shape of the virus.
I thought it was just for show.
No.
But I was like, wow, this is kind of funny, but like
educational. Like what else?
Sheen, Ultra Lord.
You brought Ultra Lord last week, Sheen.
Remember that one episode when Jimmy makes his own special candy? Like the purple
one? Yes.
I feel like, man, I want to eat that as a kid.
No, do you remember the episode where they went to, I think it was either the moon or something, and they were like mining for rubies?
Yeah. It wasn't a game. It was like real life.
Real life. They like went to space.
And then like they started fighting for it because they they
thought they were like super valuable. Yeah. But they were just like, I don't know, really shitty rocks that just glowed.
Yeah, and then, like, I remember they had their own conveyor belt.
Yeah. Gosh, do you remember the movie for Jimmy Neutron? Like,
was it the crossover?
It wasn't the crossover. It was
with the slime people.
With slime people, the goose, and the egg people. Yeah.
They like captured all the parents and just the kids.
And they were feeding them to their god Poltra.
Yeah. And then the kids are like flying back. That was actually really.
And they make them do the chicken dance as a preparation meal. That was a good one. I think I have that on DVD.
There was one where Sheen, I think, was it Sydney and Libby, I think?
Yeah, Sydney and Libby.
Libby gets like captured by ninjas.
Yes.
And like Sheen goes to rescue her, and like the old guy's like, you sir, put your foot up. He puts his foot up
behind his head.
And it's like, oh, you are the chosen one.
Aww.
And then like I forgot the training, but like he was fighting fighting his cousin or something, or fighting like some random evil guy, and like
another bad guy.
Yeah, and it's like Sheen just like activated his like tiger mode or something.
He's like,
and then it's like just the kicking dance on him.
But like he's just like he's doing like the poker or something.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That was, oh my gosh.
And then there was one where like, I don't know if it was zombies, but like they were in an amusement park abandoned.
Got it.
Or like it was empty at the time. And I think they were like on that swinging boat thingy.
Yes. Wait. What episode was that? Because they
It was like, I think they were getting chased by something.
Okay, and then they escaped on the ship?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one specifically. What I do remember though is the one where the Jimmy wants to have like a snow day or something, or like cool down the day because it's too hot. Yeah. But he ends up freezing over the town, and so they go back to like Neanderthal times.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, hunting carabao or like trying to defrost the pipes. And so then to fix everything, he has to collect the sweat from people to spray into the atmosphere to dissipate the cold, I guess. So he gets like the chubbiest people like Carl, the policeman, and then like the teacher or something is like.
And they like dance. Like,
yeah, she's keeping beat, and they're all like jogging in place, trying to collect their sweat. And he's like, and he's like, I need my inhaler. And I was like, because that's why I related to Carl when I was younger, because I had an inhaler, I had asthma, and I was kind of chubby. So, hey, Miss Fowl. Miss Fowl. No, that was fun. And then I remember, gosh, what was the cool guy's name in that show? It was, he had like the black hair, he had the cool jacket, and the lollipop. God, what was his name? I always wanted to be like him.
I forgot his name.
He was the cool kid though, for sure. And everyone was like,
man, what a nostalgia.
But then that was the legendary crossover of that and the Fairly Odd Parents. That was a good, kind of jarring for the animation to cross, but like honestly a really good idea because it was like the blending of two worlds.
Fairly Odd Parents was like, I think every TV show had like hidden meaning.
Yeah.
And a lesson. I think like Fairly Odd Parents, it's more like,
be careful what you wish for.
Or it's like, you know, you grow up eventually and like, you know,
like you can do whatever you want as a kid.
You gotta enjoy the life as a kid. And I think for Jimmy, you're trying to like embrace your creativity. Like, no matter what people think of you, like you're...
Just because you're big-headed doesn't mean like...
Yeah, like you're still... Everyone's creative. Like,
and then like everyone has their own like hidden abilities. That's why Sheen is like a karate master.
Yeah, it's just everyone like got their own interests. Like,
but also I feel like we don't really see how bad people can be sometimes, because like, or how naive people can be. Because like, let's say Timmy Turner, he had the power to change the world, and what did he do? Wish for some selfish stuff. But hey, that's just like any person with like ungodly power. It's gonna be corrupted, obviously. But hey, let's see who. Do you remember a show called The Replacements?
No.
Okay, so what the premise was two kids in an orphanage. They enter like a sweepstakes, like think of like box tops or like a coupon thing for like a magazine. They cut that out, send in some change, and they get these phones. And what the phone could do, they dial any number or like a button or something, and they call this one agency.
Yeah. And
they can replace anybody in their life. So it's really kind of like weird to think about, because like they can replace anybody. So like your parents, they gave themselves two parents, a spy as a mom and like a daredevil as a dad. Like a super spy mom and a daredevil dude as a dad. Replacements. Replacements. Anyway, and that was a really cool kind of like premise, because like, I don't know, it was like interesting because like these kids had the power to like swap out whoever they wanted, like make people disappear pretty much, but like always at the end of the day, like things just like came back to normal because they had to learn a lesson at the end of the day, obviously.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know what the message was, but it's kind of like hammered home that like, oh, everybody's replaceable, but like everybody's got their own unique, I don't know, take on life.
Yeah.
And so whatever their role may be, and hopefully like people are gonna be nice to each other, because like, I don't know, everybody's wants to be replaced sometimes. Like, oh, I wish my teacher wasn't so mean to me, but it's just like, I don't know. Like if you had the power to do that, what would you do? Like, if you had like the force or something, what would you do? Like, would you just fly everywhere, or would you like force choke people? So that's why I was like, the question of like superheroes and like, oh, the actual, let's say, repercussions of like having powers is like a really big debate. So it's kind of interesting to delve into like those more adult things. But then there's like Kim Possible, where like she's a super spy but also like a high school student, which is like kind of insane to think about, because like she's juggling so many things. Well, like also work-life balance, insane, bro. What else is there? Gosh.
Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom. Oh my gosh, bro. Chip Skylark looking at. He does look like Chip Skylark though.
Yeah. Shiny teeth and me.
Shiny teeth and me. Icky picky. I never had a babysitter, so I'm glad.
Any like, moving on from childhood TV shows. Any sort of like candy you remember, or like any sort of like snack or something you ate, like cereal, like like I don't know, like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms.
I was a Cocoa Puffs kid. I was a Rice Krispies kid. Then I was a Cocoa Puffs kid, and then I was a Cocoa Pebbles kid, and then I was back to Rice Krispies, I think.
What about like Danimals?
I never had Danimals.
What about
I had Go-Gurt. I froze those Go-Gurts and they were bomb.
Go-Gurt? What about Laffy Taffy, Nerds?
I definitely was more of a Nerds kid or a Starburst kid. Or Skittles. I was Skittles back in the day, but now I'm like definitely Starburst or Nerds.
What about
I was a Hubba Bubba kid. Like the bubble gum.
Oh.
Yeah, with the tape. Yeah.
That one was fun.
That one was fun. You get to like section off pieces.
Great value. That thing was huge.
But it's also very dirty once you think about it. You open it each time just to get a little piece and you're touching each piece. There's no wrapper. But yes.
True.
Or you could be like a monster and just take a bite of the wheel. I've seen that and I was like, that's insane. What were you saying? You were saying about milk duds or something?
Dots.
Dots. Okay, no, I was more of a Mike and Ike's guy. Dots kind of got stuck to my teeth.
Dots was like really chewy.
Yeah. It was like the milk duds of like the fruity candy.
I didn't like it. It was like.
That's why I was like I got in the theater once. No, Sour Patch Kids were the bomb dog.
Sour Patch Kids is like pretty good, and then like the sour straws, remember?
Yes. Like the punch straws. They were like the red and the green ones.
Those ones were so good.
Did you have many sour strips or anything? Because I was definitely more of a sour candy kid.
I think I was a sour kid.
I definitely delved into. It was a slippery slope into Warheads and Toxic Waste.
I didn't want to try Toxic Waste.
I had those.
But Warheads are pretty good.
I had those all the time, and I just like put a bunch in my mouth and just have them just melt my mouth, and then I couldn't taste anything for a while.
Oh my gosh!
It felt like I was taking layers off my tongue.
Chemicals on it.
Literally, I was like, wow, this is a lot, but this is great.
What else?
Airheads. Like
It depends which one though.
I like the little individually packed ones where it's like a little bar, almost like a hard Laffy Taffy.
But not like the orange flavor. Like I feel like that's like not the popular.
It was the white one. It was the white one or the blue one. The mystery one or like the red or blue ones. Or the green one, which is I think watermelon. That was a good one.
What about ice cream? You ever had the push pops?
Yes. I'm thinking for push pops. I'm thinking Flintstones. Those Flintstones push pops. What push pops were you thinking of though? Like a specific one?
Just the random colors, like
for sure.
Because those ones are pretty good.
Okay, what about ice cream truck ice creams? What do you remember?
Didn't really have that many ice cream truck. I more like the ice cream cart. Like I had it once.
Okay, for sure.
It was like I think it was the SpongeBob
face with the gumballs as eyes.
It was either that or it was either one of those cartoon characters. I think it was like Fairy Godparents.
For sure. Or like Tom and Jerry or something, or like Spider-Man. Freaking.
Yeah.
The ones I usually got was either the snow cone with a little gumball on the end, like the multicolored snow cone, or which popsicle was that? It was like it's the one we got in Trader Joe's now. It's like the red, white, and blue one.
Oh, Rocket Pop.
Rocket Pop. Yes, those ones were the shit. Or the little cup of like lemon sorbet, or like their pink one that was like I think strawberry sorbet. It was. Or no, what was even better? Dippin' Dots. Dippin' Dots were
so
the
pricey
shit.
though.
I know, but when they were not, when they first came out in like Great America or something, or like the water parks, they were amazing.
Pretty good.
I just wish they weren't so expensive. Obviously.
Trying to remember what else. Baby bottle pop or ring
pop?
pops?
Bottle pop. I was more of a ring pop kid. My parents didn't want the baby bottle pops because it was just like
Fun Dips were.
Fun Dip. Fun Dip was Valentine's Day only, I feel. Because that was definitely a Valentine's Day candy.
That was like, but that was
because imagine it's
powdery.
Bag of sugar.
It's just so powdery though.
And that's why you could just dump it in your mouth.
What about Pixie Sticks?
Pixie Sticks? Okay, I hate to admit this.
Sugar.
I hate to admit this, but in 8th grade,
snorted or something.
I snorted it. I literally, and I got a bloody nose. It was on the bus ride to Great America.
Oh my gosh.
And then in Disneyland, I got one of those big old Pixie Sticks.
No, don't tell
Same
me.
thing. It was bad. It was bad. It was a hot day. I was bored.
Oh my god. How do you explain that?
I don't know. Terrible influences?
Interesting.
Yeah, just really bad impulse control at the time. I was like 12, 13. Like, you're gonna do dumb stuff then, obviously.
What else? Did you ever play wall ball as a kid?
Of course. Wall ball is classic.
What about knockout?
Knockout? Yeah, I sucked at knockout though. I still do.
What about
Kickball for sure. Kickball was a staple. Tag, obviously. Beach tag, obviously.
what about tetherball?
Tetherball? I sucked at tetherball. My mom is hyped about tetherball. I never got the hang of it.
I feel like
I played it only like 3rd and 4th grade, and then I stopped because I sucked.
eagle ball.
Eagle ball? Which one's that one?
It's one where like you throw the ball and like you can let it bounce once, but you have to grab it.
Oh
and throw it
yes,
back.
yes. The one bounce.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, I do remember that kind of. It was a different name, obviously.
Do you remember the
Foursquare. Foursquare.
Foursquare is a pretty good
Foursquare
one.
was legit. It was super fun.
People be cheating though. You
Oh,
like going
obviously.
like slam dunk moves.
Yeah, no, there was definitely special rules that like people bent. They're like, and they could like bobble it. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's one touch. Oh, anyway. Special rule sets.
What's the other? There's like, I don't know if you had this for PE, but like those little cups you put your feet on, and like a little rope, and you have to like move around with the cups.
So like you're on top of the cups
Yeah.
though. So like upside down cups.
Kind of like stilts.
Yes, I have seen those. I never used those.
What about the rainbow parachute?
Yeah, that was a staple of preschool. Whee! Oh, I saw a video recently of like some like senior graduates doing that, and actually that sounds pretty fun. That's underrated as a kid, just like making a fort or something, or like playing King of the Hill or something. I don't know. What else? Dodgeball, obviously, but like you can do that without like enough balls.
Dodgeball.
What else was there?
Sprout ball.
Explain this one, the rule set.
I played a lot in daycare. It's basically like everyone's in the circle. You throw the ball in the air, and everyone's gonna run. And one person gets the ball, and when the ball hits the ground, you gotta freeze. And the person that has the ball can take 3 steps to any direction, and your goal is to try to like
Throw it at somebody.
hit the person. If they hit them, then I think they're in. I'm either thinking that, or to run, and if you get hit, you go down.
Yeah.
It's one of those two. I forgot. I think it was the second one.
Yeah, I was never good at like, gosh, what was it? I don't know, just land sports in general. I was not the most coordinated. Like I couldn't throw that far. I couldn't kick that well. My running was abysmal because I wasn't a runner.
Did you watch what was the I'm trying to think of like clothes.
Clothes?
Yeah, like the what's the Mr. Men show or something? The smiley characters. Did you ever see this?
Kind of. Vaguely.
Mr. Mom.
Oh wait, yeah, the emotions of like the little characters, the like little
Sunshine.
spherical. Yes, Mrs. Sunshine or whatever. What show is that?
I think it was like I think it was a Mr. Men show or something.
See, that reminds me of another show. It's a different show though. Wow Wow Wubsy. It's like this little.
Wow, I do remember watching that. I watched that a lot as a kid.
Yeah, that was also. I was like, wow.
My morning jam.
Oh, you know what I watched as a kid? Oswald. He was a blue octopus with a hot dog as a pet. It was really cute. Look it up, Oswald. Oswald, I think. Oswald.
Okay.
Gosh, what else?
DS, Game Boy.
Oh, definitely Game Boy first. I had just Pokemon games, really, like Leaf Green. I had Emerald, and then I switched up to the DS Lite. Then that was my first dual screen games. It was I think Diamond and Platinum. Diamond first though, for sure. I bought it off my cousin. Then after that it was DSi, and then 3DS, and then pretty much all the Pokemon games for the most part. I think I skipped Gen 2 though. I went Gen 1, Then I went straight to 3, then 4. Yeah.
What about Wii?
Wii for sure. Wii Sports was the shit. I would lose every time to that guy Matt. Oof. In boxing, yeah.
When you're doing those like.
And then in bowling, oh my god. In tennis, I'm swinging that thing. In baseball, I'm trying to catch the ball. Gosh.
Wait, what? Catch the ball?
Yeah,
because hit the ball.
No, hit the ball. But then when you're in the outfield, when somebody's like hitting on the other team, so like the other player's hitting, you can like hold up your glove to try to catch it.
What? You can do that?
Apparently, that's how I got out every single time. Because my sisters and I would play.
It's automatic.
It's sometimes automatic. Sometimes you can influence it. I think so. I'm not sure about the specs or how the game is actually played. But I know bowling. Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think somebody remixed that recently. No, but I think there's a new. Isn't there a Switch Sports now? Like Sports for Switch.
Yeah, something like that.
I need to get it. That's the one I need to get. Oh, Smash. I played the 64 version of Smash with my cousins. And then Melee. Oh my god. Melee on the GameCube. GameCube was one of the only consoles I had.
What about Super Mario?
Super Mario, I played with my cousins and I was always bad. I always had to play with someone like Luigi or like Yoshi because they were taken already.
So. You ever troll your friends though? Because you can pick them up in the game.
No, I never.
When you're running with them.
What?
So me and Andre would do that, and like sometimes I accidentally throw them
off the edge.
Yeah, because I remember there's this one.
Felix, that's bullying.
No, there's this one level.
Okay.
There's this one level where we were running away from Bowser, like the giant one, Mega Bowser. So we're like running, and like we're trying to dodge all the obstacles.
Yep, while you're running.
I'm picking up Andre. I think I like threw him one time because I had to jump higher.
No, Felix.
Or no, I think I threw him by accident because like. No, because I think because when you're carrying them, it like slows you down.
Yes.
So like shoot, so I actually threw him, and like the lava just like
came out of nowhere, and you're like, oof.
And then like me and Andre would laugh, and like he'd get upset because like he'd pick me up and he'd throw me in there. So we just kept doing that. And
it's
then,
like we actually have to finish the level, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna throw you in again.
And then there's this one time where I think I can't remember what it was exactly. I picked up my brother, and he had Yoshi on top.
Yep.
So I like threw him, and Yoshi was like trying to get up, trying to carry him up, something like that. What else?
That actually just reminded me of, I don't know why, another game called No, I remember the old SpongeBob game on the GameCube. It was almost like Mario Party, but like with SpongeBob characters. So like, there's a bunch of mini games where they're like, competing for a total of like a certain number of points, and then the person with the most points wins at the end. And there's games like Over Under where you dodge like sand dunes and like nets, or like volleyball, or there was like bubble popping. There was so many good games. SpongeBob on the GameCube, but also Bionicles. I forgot to mention that was a toy that I definitely played with.
Those are so cool. I think they also had a TV show.
Yep, and there's like certain TV shows or movies or whatever about Bionicles. They're actually pretty good. I like them. Like, and I definitely had a couple iterations, different generations of Bionicles for sure. They were like Lego figurines that like you could play with.
There's Lego. I remember there's Exoforce.
Was that the one with the big robots? Yes, so cool. I think I had either the red one or the white and blue one.
I had the white one, and I think.
Did the guy have green hair or blue hair?
Blue hair.
Okay, I think I had the green hair guy.
Red one is the red.
Yeah, I think I had the red one.
And there was like yellow one.
I didn't get the yellow.
I was so jealous because I think I had the blue one, and I was actually really hyped. And my brother got the red one.
Oh.
And he had like the Gatling gun. Like I had the
swords and the wings.
The sword. That's what it was.
Oh.
I don't know.
What was it called again?
Exoforce.
Exoforce, like EXO Force.
Yeah, and I think there was like one with a tank. Ooh. The set. And I was like, that was...
I think I remember that in like commercials or something for it. Because I remember definitely seeing them in like an animation of some sort. That was like predated like.
Oh my gosh.
That was like the Gundam of that.
I don't know how I remember that. That was like. That like was a hidden part.
Core memory. See, you pulled You pulled a lot of stuff from my brain, so Gotta do that for you.
Picking my brain. What else is there? What about like? I don't know.
I remember one show. Even though it was probably for girls, it was like it was called with three Totally Spies. Totally Spies. That was a good show. All they did was like pretty much just like shop, have fun as like a friend group, and then like fight crime. It was pretty cool. There's like they were in like green, red, and yellow colored suits, so it was like super cool to see.
What about speaking of kids shows, what about Kids Next Door?
KND. Yes.
I didn't watch a whole lot of it because like it wouldn't air at the times that I wanted to watch. But I did see a couple episodes. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and
Number 1 was the guy, bald kid with glasses. So Caillou, but like football head. He was like Hey Arnold plus Caillou. Got it.
2 was like
the rounder guy with the glasses and the.
Was it really?
With the flying cap. Yeah, he had like he had the pilot cap. Right?
He was number 2.
I thought he was number 2. Who do you remember as number 2? Because I remember 5 and 4.
5 and 4. 4 is the one like
the blonde kid with the hoodie.
Yeah, with
the orange hoodie. Yeah, with the blonde. He was blonde.
5 was the green.
I thought 5 was the. The girl with the red cap and the braid.
So 3 is.
3 is the girl with the green. I think.
Very long sweater.
The long sleeves, yes, and the long hair, long black hair. Yes, I do remember.
And the treehouse.
Yes, the treehouses were insane. That's what always made me want a treehouse, but I didn't make one.
I only knew Kids Next Door because there was a game on Cartoon Network, like on the website.
Wait, which one? Which game was it called?
I forgot what it was, but it was like I don't know what. I forgot exactly what the game was, but it did involve Kids Next Door. That's only how I knew. I mean, it's like you have to like your big rival like stole something and you have to go retrieve it. Or you have to retrieve your teammates.
Like rescue your teammates from the clutches of evil.
I forgot what it was. Yeah, something like that.
Gosh, Candy, that's a good throwback. Oh my gosh, I wish they. I remember the finale for that too, because they were like fighting the old people, because like it's kids versus like adults or something.
Yeah. What about Minecraft? Did you play that as a kid?
Not too much, but I've played it a couple times, and I enjoy the content and like what it's about.
What about
For video games, I played the only one I played really. There's like 2 I played as a kid. Was like Civilization and World of Warcraft. It was very brief for each of them, but it was very fun. Yeah, I'm more of like a strategist for games mostly. Like I played chess and like I wasn't good, but like it was fun.
Strategy, huh? Did you play
I didn't play stuff like StarCraft or anything like that though, no.
Did you play there's this one space game.
Which one? Describe
it was like a Lego game, I think.
Really?
It was like
it's always Lego Star Wars then, in my mind.
I don't think it was like space theme. Like you have to
create like action.
It was Lego like
space station or something? Or like Mission to Mars or something?
Yeah, something like that. Like with the
aliens.
Like
certain character, it was like certain vehicles that are like white.
And you had to your goal in the beginning is you have to first farm enough, and then you get enough to like expand, and then start sending in your drones before the aliens start invading you.
Dang,
I forgot what
that does sound familiar.
Man, it's all
okay. Did you play a lot of like online, like free games online, like like ArmorGames.com or AddictingGames.com?
AddictingGames.com.
Yes. Okay.
I played,
Stick Fight or Bloons Tower Defense. Those are my 2. Or like War of Ages. Where it's like you go through a different timeline and you go from like cavemen to like space people. Yeah, it was really fun. But
What's that? Porta Potty Racer?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh! You can upgrade like the thrust of the porta potty on your bike. Oh my god!
The range of how far you go.
Yep. You gotta smash those buttons.
Oh wow! 21 seconds. All right. Dang. Well, thanks for listening to another episode.
Come back for another part.